So one thing me and David were kind of talking about in the background, right? We were saying like, one validator node has basically become the new T-share. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. One. Yeah. I call it a PulseChain stake.
PulseChain
staking.
Stake. Yeah.
It's staking 32 million. Yeah. That's like a PulseChain T-share. Yep.
Yeah. Well, and now here's the debate: is it one T-shirt, 10 T-shirts? I don't know. I don't know. It's probably one T-shirt, but like well, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Someone will run the math. Someone will run the math.
Yep. Yeah. And I think they have those. The Ocean League rankings like they have for Hex.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. They've got them for PulseChain, and I think a dolphin is about $1 billion.
Yeah, well, billion.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, $1 billion and change. Yeah,
1.4.
And that's
billion.
That's the perfect level for a validator. If you are a dolphin, or even just under a dolphin, if you're a high level squid or higher, then you should be validating, because you just make more money every day. Like you'll be instantly in profit, even with cost of buying the hardware or renting a cloud computer.
Right.
Yeah, you'll be making money.
So let's talk about someone that does have, let's just say 1.2 billion or something, whatever, to make the round number of validators, right? Like, and this man's doing the math. You see, we're live, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Hey, so I'll hit a Pepe while we're waiting this man to do the math on $1 billion.
You have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened, that we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and you change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
There we go. A little Pepe for everybody.
I love the Pepe, man. Love it.
I was rocking it before it was hot. I just want to say.
Absolutely, you made it hot. Oh yeah, you got the best intros, man. Cracks me up every time.
So I'm working on some new. I can't say too much, but we're working on some new stuff right now. But I can't wait. So okay, so let's just say as an example, someone like was able, like, had $1 billion or 1.2 billion, whatever, to make the amount of validators. So what's kind of the math on that?
Yeah. So let's
and that's a dolphin, and that's a dolphin in PulseChain as an example. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. That's a dolphin size. Yep. Which is like 0.01% of the whole supply, I think, of the coins. Yeah. Yep. So if you had 1 billion Pulse, you could do 31 stakes.
Right. Have 32 million PulseChain each. Right.
Yeah. Yep. And then you'll have leftover for gas. You'll have like a couple million Pulse left over for gas, which is perfect. And then basically those are going to print you $1 a day each. So every day you'll make $31.
Okay. At current prices.
At today's price, yeah. At today's price, with today's amount of validators, at about 21,000 validators, yep.
Got you. Now, I mean, in terms of projections of where we think I mean, I would imagine we're probably at some point going to head towards, because right now I think I did the math. I'm not sure if this is correct and stuff, because I think the total, excluding OA coins and stuff like that, I think we're at like 14 billion and some change in terms of like the community supply of what's really circulating out there for PulseChain. Trillion. So right now that would mean like we're at I think I ran the math the other day. I was like, no, this can't be right. It was like 666 billion is staked right now. It's pretty devilish. Again, let's get a couple more validators in there, change that number up. But so effectively we're like at 4.2% of the total of the total supply of like community PulseChain that's staked right now, right? So obviously I think that'll probably head towards 10% at some point, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's gotta, right? Because if you look at Ethereum right now, those dudes are at like 600,000 validators, and you need 32 ETH. So that's like, 60 grand or 50 grand. Yeah. So if they can do that, if they can get 500,000, then how many can we get at only 3 grand each? Like
right.
1 million, right? So I think in time, yeah, the number of validators for PulseChain should go way, way up. I hope so. And
right.
We'll see.
And you guys, I'll have a Q&A section and stuff where we're going to have, so obviously I'm going to read all the super chats, of course, right? But we'll ask all the questions you want. What happens if I turn the power off? What if I kick one of those giant, like, go back to David for a second. Imagine I kick one of those giant things behind David.
The rack.
Drop kick the rack. Just drop kick the rack.
There's like 100 clients in the rack, man. One rack holds so many servers. Took off half the PulseChain, dude. Like,
dude, I'm sorry, your Pornhub's out of here, you guys. It's done.
I just paid for premium.
Fuck. No, so I mean, that's a pretty decent amount, right? Like $32, right? And today's market, at the bottom of the market, everyone's sad. It's all over and stuff. I mean, worst case, so that means probably we get 50% more down at worst case, right? I mean, we're pretty close. I think we're pretty close to the bottom. We're like outside of like, new, I mean, it's gotta be a black swan event or something. But then the whole crypto space is down. So you can't cry that it's Pulse's fault. It's really like the macro, right? But worst case, we're probably 50% more down at most. So that'd be like, what, $16, $18 would probably be the low on that. And then like, fuck this shit, I don't want to validate anymore. So maybe you make a little more.
And then your cost would only be half too, though. If the price goes down in half, then the validator is only $1,500 each.
Right.
So it's, it's all relative. That's what's nice about validating with Pulse is like that 18, 17% we're getting right now.
Yeah.
That's like locked in, like that's guaranteed in Pulse, regardless of what the price does.
Right.
So this, for folks who have a lot of Pulse already, or for folks who have a lot of money and they want to get 15% per year, validating on PulseChain is a viable option.